Hey guys, Eli here with some game news. Alright, first off, what we've got Gamestop shares recently, as in a few days ago, dipped more than 5% after uh, Sony filed for patent for a new technology to block sales of used games. Now, how this would work, to my understanding at least, and I am by no means an expert on this, Sony's patent claims that they would use an RF tag on any form of media, and they never specifically state that it would be for game consoles specifically, but it would use an RF tag and what they're calling an electronic content processing system to basically it would detect, say you bought a used game, and when you tried to play it on your system, it would detect whether or not this game had been registered to another system, and if it had, you're out of luck. You wouldn't be able to play it. So, and a lot of people are thinking that this, and I can see where they're coming from, but they think that this would be used in the PlayStation 4, which I'm not certain. I haven't looked it up recently. I don't believe there's an estimated time of arrival on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 720, but I can only assume that it will be soon because this console generation has dragged on for far too long, in my opinion. Um, and with the introduction of the Wii U, it it's moving along. It's finally moving along. We're getting some new technology out there, which is wonderful. It's what we need. But everybody assumes that this new technology that Sony is filing patent for would be used in the PlayStation 4. Now, what I think, and this is just what I think, I could very easily be wrong, but what I think is this is a sort of first strike against Microsoft, and that sounds a lot worse than I mean it, but hear me out. Look at it this way. Say Microsoft wants to do the same thing. They want to protect their developers, their games from being bought used because the developers don't get any money for that. So Microsoft wants to use this technology. Now, if Sony has it patented, then either Microsoft will have to go through and come up with their own system or pay Sony royalties for having it in the Xbox 720. Which is a brilliant idea on Sony's part. If I think that that is what they're doing. They might not be. That's what I would do. Uh, on top of that, American McGee, creator of American McGee's Alice, obviously, and the sequel Alice Madness Returns, has run out of money. His company, his game studio, which the name escapes me. I think it's Spicy Horse or something along those lines. But they have run out of money and have started a Kickstarter asking for $200,000 US by February 2nd to finish their free to play game Akinero Demon Huntress, which they have also asked or applied, I believe. I believe it's an application process, but they've submitted an application to have it greenlit on Steam, which the greenlight system is hit or miss. It does some really good things. It puts a lot of good games out there, but it also puts some not so good games out there. And I'm talking specifically here about the War Z, which there's plenty of press about, plenty of coverage on that. I don't need to go into details there. I don't need to go into specifics. Most of you probably know why the War Z eventually got removed from Greenlight. Some of you might not, but it's very easy to look it up. Just trust me on this one. If you don't know, you might actually be better off. Just throwing that out there. And to conclude, though, with something a little bit more upbeat than GameStop stocks dropping. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, they actually recovered. They're up by, I believe, 2%, possibly more, at the time I'm recording this. So, hey, GameStop bounces back. Their stocks have recovered. But Pokemon, on the official Pokemon website, the Japanese one, not the American one. I don't know if it's on the American website, but on the official Japanese Pokemon website, they had a teaser up for an important announcement next Tuesday on the 8th of January. So, there's no further information about this that I know of, but it could be worth keeping an eye out. Could be worth keeping an eye on whatever the makers of Pokemon have to say. They have an important announcement coming out in just 3 days, so it's something to look into. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for right now, so thank you for watching. Until next time.